Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now, live at 4 on this Tuesday. Not a bad day today.
The weather can't really decide what it wants to do today. It was sunny earlier, now it's cloudy.
Sprinkle a little bit this noon.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
And we'll find out what's going on from Dana in just a few minutes. But first, here's what's making news on this Tuesday. 2 off-duty Wisconsin police officers have been killed in separate incidents. We'll have an update on both.
Officers were shot last night during a high-speed chase early this morning that went from Monona all the way to Fitchburg. Our Rose Schmidt will join us live with the latest.
And President Trump will officially announce his candidacy tonight for re-election. We'll share the latest from Washington.
Let's take a look outside today. Let's see, this is just off the Capitol Square.
It is the Capitol Square.
That is the Capitol Square.
Looks like it's dry at that point, but a few raindrops are our weather words. Dana is in the backyard, where it is dry at this time.
Right now it is dry. It's a little breezy currently, and we've had a few pockets of sun pop up, but as we look in Platteville right now, very overcast skies. So depending on what corner you may be in, you may be seeing a little bit of sun, or you may really start be seeing the cloud coverage come on through. Also, a few shower spots for us right now. No heavy rain expected, but we're not ruling out the chance to see a few isolated showers. We have a front just sliding through southern Wisconsin right now. Thankfully, a pretty weak front for us, but it is going to bring a few spotty showers and the chance for a few isolated thunderstorms. Right now it's 77 in Madison, 81 in Janesville, 77 also in Monroe. So a pretty seasonal afternoon for us. Those dew points, though, close to 60. So it does feel a little more humid outside than what we would like for 77. Again, a little bit of a breeze, anywhere from really 6 to 12 miles per hour, what we're expecting through the rest of the evening. As far as those temperatures are concerned, through the next few hours, we'll stay in the 70s. Not dropping in the 60s until about 10 o'clock tonight. Overnight, we're looking at a mostly cloudy sky with a few more chances for rain through the next few days. We'll talk about your full forecast in just a few minutes. Right now on the roads, especially looking at the Beltline, we're just starting to see a few more slowdowns in spots for us, especially on the eastbound side. That's, of course, where most of the delays start around this time. Westbound usually takes a little longer, but eastbound stretching from Fish Hatchery Road through John Nolan, the speed's down to about 30 miles per hour. 27 minutes to get from Janesville to the Beltline. From Sauk City to Middleton will take you just about 18 minutes, and then to get from Sun Prairie to downtown should be about a 17-minute commute for you this evening. Again, you may need the windshield wiper blades this evening, but probably not. Just keep them on hand, I guess, for the next few days. We'll take a closer look at that future track in a few.
And maybe the sunglasses, too.
And the shades.
All right, Dana, I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. First at 4, 2 off-duty police officers were killed overnight in southeastern Wisconsin in separate incidents.
Our Amanda Quintana is here with why one of those tragedies hits close to home. Amanda?
Yes, well, this was a tragic night for law enforcement officers across the country hearing about these deaths, but especially those in the state. The actions of Officer John Hetland have many admiring his dedication to service. While off duty, he tried to intervene in an armed robbery at a bar when he was shot and killed. He served on the Wisconsin Professional Police Association Board of Directors for more than 12 years. He was known by colleagues as a leader and a family man set to retire in a few months.
As tragic as it is, I think the fact that John acted in the way that he did and under those circumstances when he was off duty speaks a lot to his character, and I think it's also very reflective of who officers are.
Palmer says this will technically be considered a line of duty death since the actions Hetland took are consistent with his law enforcement authority. This is the second line of duty death we've had in the state this year, and police are still looking for the gunman who shot Hetland.
All right, Amanda, thank you.
Police in Milwaukee are also mourning the loss of one of their own today. The Milwaukee Police Department says Officer Ko Her was killed this morning after a crash. He was driving home from finishing a shift when a suspect speeding in another car drove through a red light and hit the officer's car. The suspect has been taken into custody. Her was a 2-year veteran of the department. 2 people are in custody following a high-speed chase overnight through Dane County.
Police arrested 20-year-old Anna Brindley on a charge of knowingly fleeing an officer and 19-year-old Martinique Walker on a charge of resisting an officer.
The chase started at the Walmart in Monona early this morning, and it ended in a Fitchburg neighborhood on Greencrest Court in Fitchburg. And we'll have more from Rose Schmidt. She's at the scene live. She'll join us in just a little bit.
Madison's B-Cycle red rental bikes have been swapped out for electric-powered white bikes. The e-bikes can go up to 17 miles per hour when on their electric setting. If you want to take an old-fashioned bike ride, though, you can turn off the electric setting and ride it like a regular 3-speed bike. A half-hour ride will cost you about $5. Many of the red bikes are being donated to the charity World Vision. There are about 45 bike stations set up around the city, and we have a link to those locations on our website, channel3000.com.
Exact Sciences will not have to repay the state for any tax credits after the company pledged to return $61,000 for jobs created outside of the state. The Wisconsin Economic Development Agency told the Madison-based medical diagnostics firm that because of new calculations for job creation, the company doesn't owe any tax credits. Last month, the firm announced it would repay the money after the company created 261 jobs outside of Wisconsin.
More American troops are on their way to the Middle East today as tensions between the U.S. and Iran continue to escalate. It comes in the wake of last week's attack on 2 oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman, which the U.S. blames on Iran. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo held a closed-door meeting with Central Command leaders in Florida this morning to discuss the deployment of about 1,000 additional troops to the Middle East.
Soldier, sailor, and airmen and Marines inside of CENTCOM are ready to respond to any threat that the Islamic of Iran should present to the United States. And we talked about each of those and how to make sure that we were in sync.
The job of these additional forces is going to be increased surveillance, watching the Iranians, and it's going to be to defend U.S. forces and U.S. military bases.
The Pentagon also released new high-resolution photos of last week's attack on those 2 tankers in the Gulf of Oman. The Pentagon says the photos show a crew dressed in Iranian Revolutionary Guard uniforms attempted to destroy evidence on one of those vessels.
President Trump launches his 2020 re-election campaign tonight with a rally in Orlando, Florida. Supporters have already gathered in the city for a chance to hear the president's remarks. Nicole Killian has the latest.
I am here because I am a Trump supporter.
Enthusiastic crowds gathered in Orlando wearing red, white, and blue, ready to support President Trump's 2020 campaign.
It's all Trump. I don't know what you want me to say. You got to support the president, right?
The president is launching his re-election bid in a key battleground state with a rally at the Amway Center and a festival nearby.
We are going to make America great. We're going to keep America great. I pray to God he comes in again in 2020.
Earlier, the president tweeted, "Look what is going on in Orlando, Florida right now. Going to be wild. See you later."
Amway Center holds about 20,000 people, and crowds started lining up yesterday, standing in the heat, wind, and now the rain to hear the president address his goals if he gets reelected to 4 more years.
I would like to see the wall built.
I believe he's going to turn America around in the area of abortion, and I'm all for him.
With more than a year to go before Election Day, a Fox News poll shows President Trump losing to multiple Democratic White House hopefuls.
I don't place much stock in polls. You never know where they're polling.
The president narrowly won Florida in 2016 by fewer than 113,000 votes. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Orlando, Florida.
Trump opponents plan to stage a dueling rally near the Amway Center later tonight, and Democrats will hold their first presidential debate in Miami, Florida, next week.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill say a bill is in the works to deal with the humanitarian crisis on the southern border as the president hints at a plan for massive deportations. President Trump tweeted, "Next week, ICE will begin the process of removing the millions of illegal aliens who have illicitly found their way into the United States. They will be removed as fast as they come in." But former Department of Homeland Security official Teresa Cardinal Brown says federal agencies don't have the resources for mass deportations.
From an operational perspective, it's further straining an already strained agency for an unclear objective.
And just last month, officials said they apprehended more than 144,000 migrants at the southern border. It's estimated there are more than 10 million undocumented immigrants currently in the U.S. Madison Mayor Sati Rose Conway joined the Madison City Council in a statement today speaking against the president's tweets. They say, quote, "It is unfortunate that President Trump continues to threaten immigrant communities. We as a city stand with the immigrant community."
2 people are in custody, as we mentioned, following a high-speed chase overnight through Dane County.
Police arrested 20-year-old Anna Brindley on a charge of knowingly fleeing an officer and 19-year-old Martinique Walker on a charge of resisting an officer.
The chase started at the Walmart in Monona early this morning. It ended in a Fitchburg neighborhood. Our Rose Schmidt joins us live to explain what neighbors woke up to this morning. Rose?
Well, Mark and Susan, if you can imagine this entire cul-de-sac being filled with police squad cars, about 12 to 15 total, that is the scene that neighbors tell me they woke up to just before 3 a.m. today. But this all started at 1:46 when Monona police were called to the Monona Walmart for a report of 2 stolen vehicles. Officers say they tried to stop a black SUV from leaving, but it accelerated quickly toward them, almost hitting an officer. Police and deputies started chasing the SUV and used spike strips to stop it. The suspects ran out and jumped into a getaway car. Officers from multiple departments chased that car on and off the Beltline, finally coming to a stop in the Fitchburg neighborhood where Brindley and Walker were taken into custody.
It doesn't happen a lot. I'm glad that no officers or bystanders or even the occupants of the vehicle were injured. So, you know, we're glad it came to an end and we were able to apprehend the driver of that vehicle.
Meanwhile, Monona officers were looking for a different stolen car near the Walmart and Speedway gas station in Monona. A group of suspects started to run away, and police believe one of them fired 2 shots. They were last seen jumping the fence and running toward the Beltline. Now, Monona police say between these 2 different incidents, there were at least 7 suspects total involved. Now, 2 of them were taken into custody right here in this neighborhood. A 3rd was also released from this neighborhood. That means 4 or 5 are still out there. And if you have any information related to any of these incidents, please call the Monona Police Department.
All right, Rose Schmidt reporting live from Fitchburg for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Still to come tonight at 4, we'll tell you about a new campaign from UW Health.
And it launches at this weekend's American Family Insurance Golf Championship. Melissa Kim is in with us to tell us who's helping and how you can contribute. Well, June is a popular month for weddings, but from the gown to the flowers, taking the plunge can take a big bite out of your future finances.
According to the planning website The Knot, couples spent an average of $34,000 on their weddings last year. It's crazy, isn't it? CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger tells couples the most important thing is sticking to a budget. She recommends creating a financial checklist to eliminate some of the costly frills.
Those include things like a cost of a wedding planner, which many people say they regret hiring because it was a big expense, flowers, centerpieces, but beyond all of that, the number of people that you invite is the single biggest factor in how much your wedding's going to cost.
Schlesinger says the wedding is just one of many financial considerations that couples should share detailed information about debt, savings, investments, and retirement holdings before the ceremony.
Stocks had a good day on Wall Street as hopes rise for trade talks between the U.S. and China. The Dow Industrials added 353 points, closing at 26,465. The NASDAQ Composite Index gained 108, the S&P 500 up 28.
Well, the American Family Insurance Championship starts this week.
And last year, UW Health raised more than $100,000 in their Birdies to End Alzheimer's campaign. Melissa Kim joining us now with how the organization is starting a new campaign to help even more people.
Yeah, it's really such a wonderful effort. You know, AmFam and UW Health, they're expanding that effort this year, calling it Birdies for Health, to still, you know, obviously help Alzheimer's, but also for other causes. That includes transplant and organ and tissue donation. And there's one mom in Beaver Dam who is championing that cause because of her daughter.
From a young age, Emily Lyons had all of the characteristics of a solid athlete.
She was very organized, followed the rules to a T.
So when the Beaver Dam golfer was named all-conference, all-academic, and team captain, her mom, Dawn, wasn't surprised.
She set her own goals to meet and excelled at everything that she did.
Then one Friday during her freshman year at UW La Crosse, Emily headed up north for what was supposed to be a fun weekend snowmobiling trip. Dawn got a call the very next day.
We believe that she hit the accelerator instead of the brake and hit a tree.
Emily was wearing a helmet, but went face first into that tree. When Dawn got to the hospital,
there was no brain activity and no chance of us bringing her home.
Dawn and her family didn't even have 48 hours to process what had happened because Emily was an organ donor and her final surgery was Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
You can't prepare for it. But it was also Emily's wish, and at that point, I guess we viewed it as her purpose, so she was giving life to others.
Dozens of others. Emily saved the lives of 6 people who got her heart, pancreas, kidneys, small intestine, and halves of her liver. Her tissue and bones saved the lives of more than 60 people in 22 states. And she gave the gift of sight to 2 people who were able to see again because Emily donated her eyes. 4 years later, a reminder of the life Emily lived.
This bucket list was on her desk in La Crosse. I was scared to see what was in it because I didn't want her to think that she left life unfulfilled, and I was extremely happy to know that it was empty.
So now, Dawn makes sure every one of her days is full.
I was blessed to have her for 19 years. I just need to figure out how to make her proud for every day that I'm here.
Now, you can pledge any amount for every birdie that a pro hits during the actual tournament that starts on Friday. And for more information on that, we've put a link on our website on Birdies for Health. And, you know, it's just this woman, she's going to hate me for saying this, but I think she's such a strong, incredible human being. You know, when I was talking to her, she was like, I hate the word when people call me strong, because she's like, you know, I have days where I feel like I can't get out of bed. I feel like I just have to start over again. But then she says, I think about my daughter and how she would want me to work that extra hour, to try a little bit harder, to be kind, to love other people. I don't know how she wakes up. I don't know how she wakes up every morning and still, I know, and still is so grateful for every day. It's truly, again, this is a wonderful cause. Yeah. I know that, again, the folks over at UW Health are very passionate about these causes.
It's about so much more than golf.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, we'll have some more.
Her daughter lives on in 60 different people.
That's incredible.
And, you know, she said she's met the gentleman that has her daughter's heart. I know that she definitely wants to meet the 2 people that have gotten her daughter's eyes, but she said it's only been 4 years, so she still says that she's not ready yet, but she wants to eventually someday.
She's ready.
Yep, for sure.
Melissa, thank you.
Thank
Great
you,
story.
Melissa.
Still to come at 4, all dog lovers will understand this one.
What new research says about those cute puppy eyes that they give you and how we as humans respond to them. That's when we come back.
Well, take a look at this. NASA has released a stunning new photo of an asteroid at very close range. It's the latest from the spacecraft WISC-TV, which is orbiting the asteroid named Bennu. It was shot at a range of less than a half a mile, which set a record for the closest distance a spacecraft has ever orbited a body in the solar system. WISC-TV was launched in 2016 on a 7-year mission to study Bennu. NASA says the data collected could help scientists understand the formation of our solar system. Okay, wrap your head around that.
Fascinating stuff.
It really is fascinating.
Well, the list of the most popular baby names in Wisconsin is out.
Now, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services says Henry was the most popular name for boys that were born in 2017.
Henry.
Henry.
Emmy Fink named her son Henry.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
There you go. That put her over the top.
There you go. The runners-up were Oliver, William, and Liam. And for girls, Olivia was the most popular name for the second year in the row. Emma was the second most popular, followed by Evelyn and Charlotte.
No Dana, no Mark, no Susan.
No, Dana's never in the top.
Neither is Susan.
No.
Mark used to be back in the day.
Very common. Yeah.
Everybody you know named Mark is old. There's no new
Same
Mark.
with Susan.
There's no new Marks.
I wonder if you had a baby and was named Mark.
It's a dumb name.
Maybe didn't deserve that.
A name cannot be a verb and a noun.
That's true. Poor kid. Okay.
All right, moving along.
Yeah, so outside right now, we do have a few isolated showers. The clouds are starting to build in. So your evening plans, no need to cancel them if you're heading outside. Just may feel a few drops of rain, but we'll take a closer look at what's ahead right after the break. So right now we do, of course, have a few clouds building on in. Here's a live look from right out the station with our WISC-TV sky cam. Unfortunately, not a lot of sun, but with those high hazy clouds right now, it's enough that you definitely need your shades if you're stepping out for the evening or for your drive home. You'll definitely want those on. Temperature-wise, we're pretty close to average, currently close to 77. That's the highest we've been so far today. Started the day off at about 56, so that also pretty close to average. Nowhere near the record of 99 or 39, and we have until 8:40 sunset. Just a minute later than yesterday. Right now, again, on our Doppler track, we do have a few isolated showers, not picking up any lightning. There is a chance for some thunderstorms this evening, just some isolated thunderstorms because it is so warm and humid outside, but we're not looking at a great chance for us. And as you can see, no widespread showers expected. But if you do step outside, you may feel raindrops for a minute. And those showers will slide on through fairly quickly. This cold front just draped through the state. It's not that strong, but enough that our temperatures will be a little cooler tomorrow. And we're also, again, going to see a few showers stretching from Green Bay down to Platteville right now. That front, though, will pass on through overnight and head south. So by tomorrow, we have a variably cloudy sky and only a slight chance for showers. That's mainly along the Illinois state line for us. Temperature-wise, no big difference behind that front. Again, a pretty weak front. Looking at La Crosse at 77. Same for Madison right now. Marshallfield close to 73. So it is a little cooler up north, but not a big difference for us. The bigger difference here is our dew points. South of that front right now, our dew points in Madison in the 60s, but looking at Marshallfield and La Crosse, those dew points are in the 50s right now. Eau Claire at about 52. So it does feel a little more comfortable further north, even though the temperatures in La Crosse are similar. The dew point's just a little lower for us. So that chance for showers slides through overnight and then heads on south for us tomorrow. Variably cloudy, and again, there's going to be a slight chance for showers, but it's mainly south of Madison, and the chance for any sort of heavier rainfall or stronger thunderstorms is really going to stay down into Illinois and Indiana. By Thursday, we're looking at a partly sunny sky. Should be pretty decent outside. Friday, we'll start off the day with some sun, but by the afternoon, the clouds build back in, and we do have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms starting to develop overnight heading into Saturday and Sunday. Again, that rain chance for us tonight and throughout the day on Wednesday, as you can see, barely 1/10 of an inch, if that, for Madison. To the north, we're only seeing trace amounts, but to the south, starting to see over 1/4 for Rockford, and looking towards Moline, also over 1/4 for us. So that rain trend really is trending towards Illinois for us. Overnight, we're going to stay mostly cloudy, not ruling out the chance for a few more isolated showers before Wednesday morning. Throughout the day on Wednesday, variably cloudy, so a few more clouds than sunshine, and then we are expecting those temperatures for us for Wednesday and Thursday to be just a little cooler. We'll be in the lower 70s for both days for us. We won't be back up close to average like what we saw for today. Overnight, plan on a low of about 60, so fairly close to average, but just a little bit warmer than last night. Pretty cloudy outside with some patchy fog possible by early in the morning with a few showers too. Those temperatures getting very close to our dew points, so especially in the lower lying areas, we'll be seeing some patchy fog early in the day. Tomorrow, plan on a high of 72 degrees. It's a little cooler than where we're at today, but thankfully it won't be as humid outside. Some shower and thunderstorms will be possible, especially south of Madison. Variably cloudy with our breeze coming from the northeast, about 6 to 12 miles per hour. So we're in the mid-70s for Thursday with partly sunny skies. Heading into your Friday, again, a little bit of sun in the morning, and then in the afternoon, the clouds will build back in, as well as a chance for some showers and isolated thunderstorms. Upper 70s for us for our highs on Friday. Saturday and Sunday kicks off our 80s trend. We are going to stay in the 80s into next week. Also going to be pretty humid outside this weekend as we look at another system bringing showers and thunderstorms for both Saturday and Sunday. That's a quick look at your forecast.
Well, summer officially starts on Friday, so right on cue.
Right on cue with those 80s.
All right, Dana, thank you.
Thank you, Dana. New research finds that those puppy dog eyes are an evolutionary trick that dogs use to get what they want.
CBS's Gwen Baumgartner shows us how U.S. and British scientists are teaming up to better understand our relationship with dogs.
Any dog owner can confirm four-legged friends are masters of manipulation.
Most of the time he's looking at me with his big eyes, asking for food.
But scientists say it's more than the prospect of a treat that leads to those puppy dog eyes. It's evolution.
That sad puppy dog expression must have come into play sometime after the first dogs were domesticated.
Researchers in the U.S. and Britain compared the anatomy and behavior of dogs to wolves and found that over thousands of years, dogs developed a distinct eyebrow movement that wolves don't have.
That eyebrow movement hijacks our emotions. It triggers some kind of nurturing or caregiving response, not unlike what you see in human parents paying attention to their own infants.
Experts say it makes their eyes appear larger, like a baby, creating what scientists call a cute factor.
He's pretty good with his eyes, I have to say. Hey, Rowdy, come on.
Researchers agree, saying it's a dog's face that helps bond them to their owner, even more than a lovable tail wag. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, London.
And in a prior study, researchers found that puppy dog eyes are so effective that dogs with more expressive faces often get adopted faster from shelters.
It's all in the eyebrows.
Yes.
It's the eyebrows.
They develop evolution. It's amazing.
No, it is fascinating.
Yeah, who's leading who here?
And I have no ability to not be influenced by it at all. So yeah, sure, you can have that loaf of bread.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Well, many of us look for light and fresh things to eat during the summer while also trying to keep the kitchen cool.
When we come back, Consumer Report shows us some easy meals to cook this season. That's coming up next.
Here's a live look at a hazy downtown Platteville on this Tuesday. Well, fans have been flocking to the Instant Pot for a few years now, but now there's a new generation of these pressure cooking multi-cookers.
And they're not just for preparing cold weather comfort foods. Consumer Reports cooked up a storm to see which models can take the pressure off your summer entertaining. Leah Linscheid reports.
This summer, let a pressure cooker save you time and keep the kitchen cool. Pressure cooking ribs will help to tenderize, then pop them on the grill to sear and smoke. Need deviled eggs for a crowd? No problem, because pressure-cooked eggs are simple to peel. Which device, though, can tackle your whole summer barbecue?
Well, first there was Instant Pot, and then along came all these other multi-cookers, which can cost like $70 to $250 a pop. So that's why we set out to learn how they perform.
Consumer Reports tested multi-cookers, checking out features like steaming, sautéing, slow cooking, and pressure cooking by making pork ribs, chili with dried beans, lots of vegetables, and white rice. 5 models got excellent ratings for pressure cooking, and a few had some special talents. The Breville Fast Slow Pro stood out for slow cooking, so it would be perfect for making tender baked beans. It also got high marks for steaming. Every barbecue needs something a little healthy. This Breville's lid doesn't lock in steam mode, so you can peek in and avoid mushy veggies. The 6-quart Instapot Max has a sous vide feature that will turn out moist meats and fish. It did a very good job making rice. The Ninja Foodi OP302 has a crisping lid. After pressure cooking a kitchen, testers browned it nicely. It also works as an air fryer. You can even roast corn on the cob in it. As for dessert, a multi-cooker can even finish your summer barbecue with a cheesecake, all without ever turning on your oven. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Linscheid. Happy eating!
Wow. Well, Consumer Reports has this tip. That silicone ring on the multi-cookers can retain the odors of whatever you cook.
So to keep the scent of curry away from your cheesecake, consider keeping a second ring just on hand for your sweets. And it's also a good idea to dry the lid the right side up.
A lot of choices.
Yeah, you were interested in the deviled eggs. You thought, oh, I'll buy it just for that.
I hard-boil eggs every week.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
For $250, I boil eggs.
People who have them rave about them. Yeah.
Check it out. All right, there's more to come at 4.
When we come back, style expert Shayna Mace is here with some fashion tips for moms on the go. She's in the green room right now.
There she is.
That's when Live at 4 continues.
The westbound side of the Beltline actually seeing some delays right now, right around Park Street. Of course, we're seeing delays along the eastbound side. Here's a live look actually at the Beltline right at Park Street. The eastbound side at least is moving, but there have been a lot of slow and go moments for us. On the westbound side, we do actually have an accident on the exit to Park Street. The center lane there is blocked. On the eastbound side, there's an accident on the exit to Rimrock Road. So both sides seeing delays. Those accidents again on the exit ramps. It does look like things are starting to get cleared up, but we have major delays on both sides, especially if you're trying to get off there. From Janesville to the Beltline, about 26 minutes. 16 minutes is from Sauk City to Middleton, so that time staying pretty consistent for us. And then from Sun Prairie to downtown will be about a 17-minute drive for you this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, thank you, Dana. Planters has announced it's launching a new basketball shoe ahead of the NBA draft. And of course, it features Mr. Peanut. The company says Crunch Force 1, the Crunch Force 1 shoe is made of premium leather. It has a Mr. Peanut tongue, a Mr. Peanut insole, and whatever that is. The kicks are made by manufacturer Rick Franklin, and they retail for $170. And it's a limited release. The sneaker is only available until Friday.
You know, when I think of NBA and basketball, I think of Mr. Peanut.
Is this supposed to compete with like Steph Curry's shoes?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't want Mr. Peanut on my tongue.
Well, it seems that moms are busier now than ever.
And if you're a mom and feel like your busy lifestyle is preventing you from keeping in touch with the latest styles, well, you're wrong. Style expert Shayna Mays is here to help.
Hi, Shayna.
Hi.
A lot of stripes here.
Yeah, so we're talking about mom hack wardrobe going on here.
Great.
So a lot of working moms right now, stay-at-home moms, still want to be stylish and chic. So I just kind of took a page from my book and kind of want to give a little bit of few essentials that are great for a wardrobe for a mom busy on the go. So first one is a sundress, because I love that. It's like, hello, 2 pieces in one, and here you go. So we're using pieces today from Luceo in Middleton, as well as Cloth and Metal Boutique in Middleton. So here's a great one. Yes, a lot of stripes. And what I love about stripes and prints in general, and this is super key for moms, is that they hide stains.
That's true.
So that's another thing, but stripes are obviously classic. We talk a lot about stripes during our segments, but this one's great. It has a little cinch waist, super comfortable, and the length is great. That's the other thing as a mom that I've noticed, is that I don't like super short sundresses anymore. I really like a midi length, or at least a knee length, when you're running around with your kids. It just makes life a whole lot easier.
Yeah,
so
you're not going to the club, you're going to the pool.
Yeah, so I just love these because these have fun little accents. Like this one has a little tie accent, so you're not wearing something super plain, you're still wearing something with style that's cool and casual. This one's nice and loose, but it has this athletic wear inspired detail on it. And then what I'm wearing today also is a wrap dress. This doesn't show great on the hanger, but wrap dresses are great for moms too, just because it accommodates a tummy, and then sizing. If you're feeling a different size one day, you can cinch it tighter one day, and then if you're feeling a little bit bigger one day, you can kind of cinch it looser. So
and that one
that's
especially
really
could go from work to
totally, and it's a nice lightweight, almost like linen-ish fabric. So it's great for summer. But black color blocking, another way to feel really polished head to toe. So sundress being our first one, and then I love just comfy casual tops. So let's step it up, you know, versus just like a t-shirt or whatever, finding different options like that. So chambray, always a great option. This one has a tie waist to it. Throw this on with a pair of shorts. You look a little bit more polished, but still super casual. You can wear this to a soccer game, whatever. You're not gonna look like you're going to the office, for example. This one's great. Again, if you wanted to do color blocking, you could even wear it with black shorts, whatever. But this is great because it's actually almost like a cotton fabric, but it looks super dressy, but you could wear this any day. So just looking for tops that have those special details. This one's really cool because you actually could wear it with a pair of yoga pants. A lot of women like wearing athleisure that we talked about in our last segment, but then it's really cool because you can actually tie it in the front too.
Hold it up a little bit higher, Shayna, so everybody can see the bottom. Isn't that pretty?
So there's this really neat kind of geometric detail. Yeah, and it's super light for summer. But then again, like I said, you can tie it. So great. Kind of a 2-for-1 in that. And then my favorite, I probably wear a striped t-shirt like once a week. So I just think this is a wardrobe staple that we've talked about in the past, but just always great to have in the mom wardrobe for, again, an easy style hack. So another thing that I love to have is, besides jeans and shorts, is a nice pair of like a soft pant. So this is kind of a pant that's a little bit like a different material, like you could find a twill, a polyester, but this one's great. It has this little ticking stripe detail on the side, and it's still, again, casual enough to wear to errands, grocery store, that kind of thing, but just kind of a different way to wear a pant. And it's super comfortable too, that's the big point. But I'd recommend—
It's summer.
Yeah, I'd recommend, obviously, like, again, darker fabrics, though, just because of the staining and going to the park and all of that. But I just pulled a few options that are really fun in this respect. We have this kind of chambray option again. I mean, these would be super comfortable. The belt is really cute, so it gives you a nice waist detail if you tucked in, like, a t-shirt to this one. And then we also have this olive green again, which could hide stains really well. But
it's a nice
I just
color
love the
too.
tie waist.
It's a multi-season color.
It's a multi-season, and olive green is really in this season, but it's also a very versatile neutral as well.
And you have summer makeups too?
Yeah, so these are things for if you're just kind of running out the door to soccer practice or something on the weekend. These are things that I like to use that if you're not going to do a full face of makeup can really help. This is a CC cream by Clinique, but there are tons of versions out there. You could buy a tinted moisturizer. This one's great because it color corrects. That's what CC means. So it has a variety of pigments in it that really help kind of even out sallowness, redness in your face. A great mascara if you just have time to do one thing with your eyes, curl your eyelashes, do a mascara. I love this Makeup Forever version, but again, tons of options in all price points. Brow pencil, super key, I think. It makes your face look so polished. So again, if you have just such limited time, these are things that you could use that still make you look really polished. And then a really bright, fun lip always is one of my favorite style hacks too.
And nice, fun, light shoes.
Yeah, I mean, shoes can be super fashionable and comfortable at the same time. I mean, these ones are great because these are just mine from Old Navy, and I think they still sell them, but it doesn't even feel like you're wearing a heel when you wear these, but they're super dressy. Like, I could wear them with what I'm wearing right now. You could wear them with something dressier. And then just look for versions of stepped up versions of flip-flops. So this is more like almost like a leather-like version. And then here's a cool kind of black slide. These are both from Luceo in Middleton.
Middleton becoming sort of a fashion hub, isn't it?
I know. There's so many new fun boutiques opening. So
great ideas for the busy moms.
Yes.
And you're off to what? Soccer practice?
Swimming.
Or pool?
Swimming tonight, actually.
You can go right in that dress.
Yes.
There you
exactly.
go.
Thanks, Shana. Great to see you.
Be right back with a final check of your forecast. Not enough rain to cancel any plans.
No, but enough that you may notice just a few raindrops coming on through for us. In fact, as we look at our Doppler track, a few more showers have kind of popped up, especially looking into Sauk County. You may feel a little rain at times, but thankfully no lightning, so no thunderstorms. Not ruling out the chance to see a few isolated thunderstorms just because our dew points are close to 60, but looking at more just some spotty showers for this evening. As far as those temperatures are concerned, we're at 77 right now in Madison. 81 in Janesville, though, and 74 in Platteville. Those dew points, again, close to 61 in Madison, but at about 66 right now in Mineral Point and Platteville. So enough that if you step out, you're going to notice the humidity. It's not oppressive yet, but you'll certainly notice if you head out.
I flipped the air on at noon. It was getting a little sticky in the house.
Yeah. We'll be turning it on again for this evening and overnight.
And next week.
And
crank
next
it up.
week, the 80s will be here, and I think they're going to stay for a little bit.
Well, it's summer.
Yeah. It is.
All right. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Lisa Briggs will be answering your plant and garden questions live.
And we'll meet a third-grade teacher in Cambridge who just ended a 25-year career. He's our top-notch teacher. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4. In today's Final Touch, it looks like a large necklace.
But it's much more than that. You are looking at just a small part of the world's longest beaded necklace. It's the crown jewel of this Honesdale, Pennsylvania gift shop. In all, it's nearly 6.5 miles long and made of over 1 million beads. The vast majority of the